A hearty hello and welcome to you on Miller Fields on the campus of North Carolina State University. It's time once again for Intramural Championship Week, Dead Week here at North Carolina State University. I'm Drew Blevins alongside of Brett Galt. And Brett, it has turned from Dead Week to a week of dead cold here in Raleigh, North Carolina, as finally the fall weather has made its way into the Old North State. And away we go with a co-rec competitive intramural soccer game between Make It Messi, who's in the red kits this evening, and Elite FC. They'll be in black. This is a 3-seed versus a 6-seed matchup. Should be an entertaining one.
Yeah, it should be a good one. Like you said, it's a little bit chilly out here. The cold weather has finally came into play, but just a little sweatshirt on. But I think it's going to be a good competitive game, and we'll see who comes out on top.
Well, bundle up. The players certainly have, or at least a few of them, and then you've got a couple of other ones out there in shorts, and I'm not so sure how they're surviving, much less if they're comfortable. We'll see the first foul of the game right there near the middle of the field. These two teams both have their fair share of players who play on the club soccer team. Grant Augsburg, who plays for Make It Messi, was also in the indoor soccer championship game last Monday. So he's getting his turn in this spotlight here for NC State Intramural Sports. Out of play.
Good shot there by Christian Hall. He's the goalie for the club soccer team. Looks like he's going to try out the field today.
Certainly will be fun to see. Corner kick coming. Good curl in toward the box. Deflected away, a bouncing ball. Good battle for it here as it's taken out by Danielle DeLuca. Punches it to the outside. Tough grab for Eford. This is popped sky high and in! And there's the opening goal of the game as Elite FC has taken the lead. And that is a stupendous shot right there, Brett Galt. Always nice to have the early lead.
Yeah, that's a good momentum booster right there for the Black. Let's see if they can carry that out. The great shot over the top of the goalie. The goalie, I think, thought it was going to go over the goal, but instead it went right in, and now the Blacks got to try to get back into this.
Another good pop down toward the goal. Black already on the move quickly here, and a good start for them, to say the least. DeLuca will work all the way back out wide. It's interesting, Make It Messi, who now is trailing 1-0, is the 3-seed in this tournament. And this is something that you often get a chance to see in intramurals. Once it comes to the tournament, just depending on people's class schedules, you never know if the 3 team is going to play like the 3 team. And interesting to see that not a 1 seed is left in this soccer tournament.
Yeah, well, the thing with intramurals is not everybody always has open time to play, so sometimes you just have to gather up a couple of guys or girls in this instance to try to play and get a full team.
Garrett Blodgett works it back. Nearly turned over. Good job by Make It Messi getting over there. For those of you who are wondering, that's Messi, M-E-S-S-I, like Lionel Messi, the soccer star. Not your traditional adjective, of course. Always creative naming when it comes to intramural sports teams, Brett.
Yeah, it's a good name right there.
Quality to say the least.
Of course, the soccer star for Argentina and Barcelona.
Came up second place in the most recent World Cup, losing to the eventual world champion German national team.
Actually decided he was going to quit, but has eventually gone back onto the team. And after a lot of scrutiny that he received, but they've got a new coach now, and he's gone back on there.
Speaking of coaches, Jurgen Klinsmann of the United States men's national team recently fired after the 2-1 disappointing loss to Mexico in Columbus, Ohio as part of the World Cup qualifiers. So a new man at the helm for United States national soccer.
Then followed that with a 4-0 loss to Costa Rica after that, and that's what pretty much did him right there. But they've got the guy from LA Galaxy, Bruce Arenas, I believe his name is, and so trying to get back U.S. soccer back on track. Definitely a lot of young talent on there. Pulisic and Green.
Oh, Pulisic is just going to be absolutely tremendous.
Might be the best ones in a while.
Playing in the Bundesliga for Borussia Dortmund. Dortmund recently upset Bayern München as well. Right back up, Roland Minogue takes it. He's one-on-one, dangerous player here. Minogue driving in, couldn't get the shot off. Defended nicely. Christian Hall, club soccer netminder, playing out in the field here. He's going to have to give it back to his defensive back. Dangerous pass. Right up in the middle of the field, 1-0 Elite FC leading Make It Messi. Messi, though, trying to get on the board. Turned over again. Good block down off of the shins of Chandler Taylor. Turned over again. Hard challenge. Streaking down the field was Timothy Wu, but he couldn't get there quite in time. So the ball goes outside for DeLuca once again. Not a bad challenge from Wu there as it rolled right back in onto the goalkeeper.
Almost thought he was going to get to that right there.
Here's a chance, open space, Minogue slides, one good stop, the rebound, cleared out of harm's way. Oh, that was a tremendous stop right there in the box. Back in the other direction, here comes Grant Dipper, long strike, just wide. I'm not sure if the keeper got a fingertip to it.
That came out of nowhere right there. You didn't think he had an angle at all, but somehow got that shot.
I didn't think he had a hope or a prayer.
Oh. Great stop there on the other end, though.
Especially on Roland Minogue, who at one point played varsity soccer here at NC State. Here's a good strike, and it's just going to be one long tennis serve back to the other side. This is Christian Hall. Good through ball, intended to go back for Dipper. Down the line it goes. Headed back in front, past DeLuca. Minogue was in the vicinity once again as he's starting to rev his engine a little bit. Moved down low by Callie Eford. Right there on the line, this is Minogue. Good strike off the side of the goal. It's amazing how quick that ball can come off of his foot. He doesn't need but a step or more.
I mean, we've seen his game on the club level, and he's just, that game against UNC earlier in the year, he surveyed beautiful balls, but the team could not finish them. So it's interesting to see him in this kind of playing field, but
I can tell you this much, I'm certainly craving that weather from back in the middle of September when the club team lost 1-0 to North Carolina, defending national champions of the NIRSA.
I mean, for almost December, I mean, it could be a lot worse.
Yeah, you could be in Michigan and in the snow.
Yeah.
Erie, Pennsylvania got hammered again. Throw in too high. Back up for Minogue. Practically a double team on him, but he cuts into space, slams the ball down. Hard tumble down there by one of the Elite FC players. Struck all the way back down. I mean, I can tell you this, though. Having played hockey for so long, I've always been a fan of winter weather. If it's going to be cold, I wouldn't mind the snow. A few inches, go play a little friendly game of tackle football outside, snow angel sledding, skiing perhaps.
I mean, when it's cold, it better be snowing, or else I don't want it to be cold. Like, I can't stand the cold. I hate when it gets cold. So if it's going to be cold, then it might as well just be snowing, or else there's no other point for it to be cold.
Well, and the rough thing about North Carolina especially is you get into this cold weather, and often it's accompanied by a whipping breeze, and it's nothing but cold, dry, tundra-like air, bare trees, no leaves, no nothing. It's a desolate epitome of loneliness when it gets into January and February in North Carolina. So grab your hot tea or coffee, hot cocoa perhaps, marshmallows, s'mores, fireplaces, warm blankets and fleeces, and get ready for another Carolina winter. Big strike and a good stop by the defender. The rebound! He got that one too! What defensive play in the box by the sweeper, who bails the keeper out once again.
I mean, the keeper's saving them right now. I mean, he also has gloves on. If you look on here on the other side, no gloves, and if he gets a strike to the hands, that's going to hurt, especially in this cold weather. But he's saved them, keeping their 1-0 lead right now.
That is spectacular keeping.
I almost thought he got a deflection off that second save, but I guess not.
Right into the box. Ooh. Big strike over top the net. Not going to mind that pop. Coming off the foot of Jeremy Fellman. So far, that's a couple of strikes so far for Elite FC that have been very close to going in, but have gone right over top the crossbar.
That was the first real chance we've seen since the goal. Otherwise, it looks like Make It Messi has had most of the possession here in the early first half.
Well, we would like to take the time to remind you. Go ahead, Brett.
I was going to say that would have been deflating for Make It Messi if that shot would have gone in after controlling the possession for most of this first half.
Well, it's been fun to watch these two teams go back and forth. You know, ostensibly, Messi would have all the momentum, and if you were to just show me the score without names beside the numbers, I would believe Messi was in the lead with just the sheer amount of shots they've had toward the net, but keeper down there for Elite FC keeping him in it. We would like to take the time to remind you that the Intramural Championship season is still far from over. On Wednesday night, we'll have the Intramural flag football game to run for you, and that will be fun. Co-rec, sorority, fraternity, grad faculty, and staff, and men's competitive, all coming up in flag football. That will be an excellent tournament, Brett Galt. We got to see the spring edition of it last year as the ball comes rolling right back into the corner, up on the flag.
Yeah, never have covered flag football, played flag football back in the day, and it's always a fun sport to play.
Fun sport to cover as well. I mean, you get to see some wacky formations. Get to see a lot of running in motion. I can tell you this, covering flag football last year was the single most penalty flags I've ever seen in a football game. That's no joke. But it always is fun. You know, sometimes when you talk about intramural sports, it's not so much making the play to win the game so much as it is not making the mistake to lose the game.
People don't understand. I don't think some people understand how competitive intramural sports actually are. I mean, you would almost say they're pretty much as competitive as club sports, just a level lower.
I can tell you this much. Even the Stanley Cup might not be as sweet as having one of those bright red Intramural Championship t-shirts. Especially for all of these fine folks out here. They play competitively to the best of their ability, and certainly it is a wonderful program run here by North Carolina State University Recreation. Poked back toward the line, intended for Minogue. Good defense once again. Eford takes one in the chops. Right up at center. Good battle for the ball. Make It Messi. Wins it for now. Dug out nicely by Davis Robinson. Really is amazing so far, though. Ever since scoring, there's a pop well wide of the net, but ever since scoring, Elite FC has not possessed the ball nicely whatsoever. You know, it's been interesting. Make It Messi's been on the attack, but still yet to score.
Yeah, they got that one quick, Elite FC got that one quick shot that was almost, might have been the first couple of minutes, and since then they really haven't possessed anything. Minogue has had a couple of good opportunities, but the goalkeeper for Elite FC has just been fantastic so far in this game.
Right up at that midfield stripe. Out wide, nearly a chance for a pop if they wanted it. Now we're going to get a whistle for a foul, and a yellow card is going to be shown here.
I don't think I saw what happened there.
I think that's going to go to Davis Robinson as the ball will be given to Elite FC. He was the one who was looking at the official. Looked like more of a hard screen than anything. And that will get him the yellow. First card we've seen so far today. Popped a long way back over toward the sideline. Intercepted. Right down the sideline. Hard collision down there by the corner flag. Seen a couple of those already today. And Brett, you played the game. I mean, I did not play soccer. I've only commentated it dating back to high school. But how hard is it when you actually run into those flags? They do give a little bit, but I'd imagine it could possibly sting a little.
Yeah, actually, I've never actually ran into them. I did take the corners. I'm a left foot, so I did take the corners quite a bit, but I actually never ran into the flags.
Good chance on the corner. I actually did not know you were a lefty, so am I.
Yes. Left foot, left-handed, but I golf right. It's kind of weird.
Oh, so you're just all mixed up.
Yeah, I baseball, bat right, golf right, lacrosse right, all that.
What hand do you write with?
I write with my left. So I'm just...
So you're the complete and total inverse of me is what you're telling me.
Yeah, I blame my mom, honestly, back in the day when she was teaching me T-ball and she had me going right instead of left. So I think that's kind of where I got a little screwed up at. But personally, I know it's a little frigid out here, but I like playing better in the cold than I did the warmth. A lot easier to breathe.
Good chance coming right back down the line. Runs just a little bit too far out of the reach of a couple of Elite FC players. See, now I'm totally opposite. I write with my right hand. That's about all I do with my right hand. I shoot hockey left-handed. I play golf left-handed. I bat left-handed in baseball. I kick left-footed. But I eat, use fork, spoon, knife, and write with my right hand. And I throw right-handed.
Yeah, my dad golfs left hand, but he golfs left, but is right in every other.
Good strike toward the far side post, just late on the challenge, coming back of the rebound opportunity. That's another tremendous save down there in net.
Another great shot by Minogue once again. Of course, you kind of expect that from him, knowing his past history.
Absolutely tremendous, but one thing that he'll be scrutinized for is so far he still hasn't come up with a big goal to tie it. Good chance here, played by the keeper nicely. Squirts out Minogue with a shot back, right at the chops. How did it not go in? Chance after chance after chance, and make it Messi still can't find a way to put it in. That is spectacular goalkeeping. Good body positioning right down the line. This is Taylor. Good cross to Minogue, cuts open in space, shoots to the far side post, misses wide.
I think Minogue's had about 5 or 6 shots so far in this game and has nothing to show for it. Just great. Everybody was in the box on that one. I think number 2 for Elite FC kicked it out, and he's going tank top and everything right now. He's got to be freezing.
That's Magna Coquinos.
I didn't wear that little of clothes.
No, at least, we have long pants, long socks. I never forget having to do an outdoor soccer game in 19-degree weather. That was fun.
See,
Bundle up so large you look like the Michelin Tire Man. That's always fun.
At that point, if it's not snowing, then it's just not even fun.
Fun would not be the word I would use to describe that broadcast. At night, nonetheless. I'll never forget that in my life.
Even sun to warm me up a little bit.
Right back in the middle of the field. Good chance. Turned over, though, Elite FC. Good pressure by Hallie Parker. This rolls right back down to the stripe. Good save. Taken back ahead by Casey Butler. Butler trying to go chase after it again. Pulled off once more by Coquinos. On the sideline, Butler turning with it. Going to get a little bit of support help. That's Grant Augsburg. And we saw him last Monday. Good defensive stab here as it rolls back in toward the middle. Cleared out to safety. Not for too terribly long, though. Coquinos off to the races. Good strike and a good block, I believe. Pardon me, that was Megan DeShanis who was on that. DeShanis has played a very nice game so far, though. Underscored, but doing all the little things right. And sometimes that's what it takes to be part of a winning effort.
Yeah, that's really all it takes. I mean, both teams have played a considerably good game right now. It's just that Elite FC got ahead just in the first 2 minutes, but other since then it's been basically a game dominated by Make It Messi of possession, but they have nothing to show from it.
Right back toward the net. Not a great pop. Fielded on the short hop, and Messi's going to put it back out into play. Brett, though, I'll tell you, it's been a good weekend for NC State athletics over the Thanksgiving break. Football team got themselves bowl eligible, made all that much sweeter by beating their arch rival, the North Carolina Tar Heels, 28-21 at Kenan Stadium in Chapel Hill. The basketball team followed suit after a tight one on Saturday as they took down the Loyola Chicago Ramblers 79-77. Dennis Smith Jr. with his first 30-point performance in NCAA ball. Off the post, that was a little scary. Too close for comfort. I think the goaltender thought it was going wide.
I think Minogue is over there getting a little discouraged now. He can't seem to get one in the goal.
Well, Miller Field not playing nicely with Roland Minogue, who thus far at least has looked like the best player out here. Bouncing ball out to the far sideline. This is just going to be played along, and rightfully so. The whistles will blow there, and that will take us to the halftime break. Make It Messi has played the better game so far, but they do not have the lead where it counts. Elite FC leads at half, 1-0. Brett, what'd you see there?
I saw a great start by Elite FC getting that early goal, but then since then, Make It Messi had most of the possession, but led by Roland Minogue, the club soccer player, and ever since then, he can't seem to get one in the goal, and Elite FC with the 1-0 lead at half.
Well, we'll take a short break and seek out what we hope is a little bit of warmth, and we'll be right back with the second half after this. This is the Intramural Championships on PackTV. Second halftime, Intramural Co-Recreational Competitive Soccer Championships. Drew Blevins alongside of Brett Galt. Elite FC leading Make It Messi 1-0, despite Make It Messi playing the beautiful game a little bit more beautifully.
Yeah, they've played the beautiful game more beautifully, but they don't have anything to show for it right now. They're down 1-0.
There's a football tackle.
It was a nice, heavy tackle right there. And did they get the call?
I haven't seen a card given. I don't know if there was just a foul called there.
Yeah, just foul. But anyway, like I was saying, Make It Messi has had all the opportunities in the world. Roland Minogue, basically the main candidate for that, but they have nothing to show for it right now. But if they keep on playing like they're playing, I think eventually one will come.
Roland Minogue has outshot the field, but has not outscored them. And that is literally every other player in the game. He's outshot them with now 7 total shots.
Great opportunity right here.
Extend the lead, but it's cut down immediately. Here comes Make It Messi.
Oh, wow.
Good through ball here toward Minogue. Couldn't catch up to it. Good move forward. That was Christian Hall who made the play. Turned back. Hall gets tied up with his boots. Gets it out wide. Little one-on-one action. Big strike and a big stop.
Wow. Good save there. No goalie gloves at all. And you know that one probably stung a little bit, but fantastic save.
He'll be feeling that one tomorrow. I mean, I even have some semblance of fingerless gloves on here with the style of my jacket, but right now I can tell you I feel like I got icicles hanging off the end of my hands.
Good corner kick.
Another good challenge on the corner. Corner kicks have been executed quite nicely so far to date, Brett. You wonder if it's because it's not quite a regulation-size field or what, but they've been hit nicely. This is popped sky high in the air. Roland Minogue will chase it down.
Yeah, that's one thing you won't see players getting as tired as they usually would on a full field.
Minogue will set it down for a corner. This will be a right-footed kick into play. Header back toward the net. And a great stop right there on the near side goalpost by Elena Morgan. Bailing out her keeper there again.
That's something we're used to seeing there from Roland Minogue, giving great balls right into the middle, giving his teammates an opportunity to put one in, and unfortunately another one just couldn't go in.
Back in toward the box, defensive karate leap more than anything. Pops back up into the goalkeeper.
Oof.
Big challenge. Down by the far side flag in the corner. Pressure alleviated. Curl back toward the middle. Hall chops it down. I'm having trouble determining what position Christian Hall is playing.
I was going to say it's a little interesting to see him out here.
You know, he's a keeper at the club level. Another big challenge. That was quite the tumble. Getting up slowly but surely on the play is Casey Butler. Good to see her back in the play. And all of a sudden, the bodies are starting to hit the floor a little bit as we go rough and tumble. But yeah, looking at Hall out here, keeper at the club level. And I guess the best thing you could say is he's playing midfield just to sort of be a catch-all, but he's come back and he's played defensive back. He's been up at striker. I mean,
I don't think anybody
he's running the full field.
I don't think anybody really has a position in Intramural. I think they just all go for the ball at once. I mean, it's a short field. You can pretty much cover the whole field if you really wanted to. Might get a little tired after a while, but.
Well, especially with the thin, cold air. And it is dry. Last major precipitory event in the state of North Carolina. Get this, and I had not realized this until I did my research on this. The last major precipitory event in the state was actually the hurricane that blew through. Hurricane Matthew.
Which almost seems like a long time ago, which it probably was.
Oh, seems like a millennium ago. Taking that right up in the chops was Laurie Beth Shapiro.
Are you expecting a big winter this year, like a lot of snow, or what do you think?
Well, you know, I'm an old Southern boy myself, and I do look at the Old Farmer's Almanac every chance I get. I don't own a copy, but anytime I'm at a bookstore, I make sure to go check it out. And it's predicting that it could be an unseasonably wet winter, and I would not mind having some major snowfalls in the state of North Carolina, especially with the chance to enjoy it out here in the open campus.
I feel like we usually just get a lot of ice instead of the snow.
But, you know, I can tell you this much, and I don't want this secret getting out, and I know that we have a ton of viewers watching this right now, so I'm going to share it anyway. Dorothea Dix, the old mental hospital up there across from Central Prison, has the single best sledding hill in Raleigh. No joke. Good steep drop, I'd say somewhere between 70 and 75 degrees, and when that thing ices over, you'll go faster than grease lighting.
So we at least got to get a good snow to try that out.
Oh, absolutely. Done that 3 times now in my collegiate career, and never ceases to lose the joy. This is a great ball to Roland Minogue. Catches it just before getting to the corner stick. Goes back outside. This is Danielle DeLuca. Turned it over. Through ball, runs a little too far. I tell you, it amazes me, Brett, that nobody is out on the far side marking the guy who just got the ball, and that's Roland Minogue. And he'll beat you one-on-one. Big pop. Good stop. Rebound is loose. Hall corrals it. Minogue comes in with a challenge. Those are 2 teammates at the club level. This would be a big upset if the 6-seed Elite FC wins this championship. They'd be the lowest seeded champion we've seen so far this fall intramural sports season, but they've still got a ways to go. Cleared all the way back down.
Definitely have played a better half here in the second half. Controlled a little more possession in the first half.
I think the thing is they're starting to manage the game a little bit better defensive marking. Haven't really allowed the ball to get down in their defensive end too terribly much. It's been a largely midfield-centric second half. This is Minogue again. Here's the strike! Good block. Tim Wu got in the way.
He's just gonna keep on taking shots, isn't he? Till one of them goes in.
Well, I tell you what, Tim Wu is not the most sizable player out there. I thought that ball was just going to blare right into his chest and was going to send Tim Wu right back into the net with it. But a good, solid, sturdy chest block. We stay 1-0 in favor of Elite FC.
Probably halfway through here the second half, and make it messy. Needs to get one in here. Minogue looks a little tired. I think he's been out there the whole game.
Got a little punch outside. And see, that's the managerial strategy that I think Elite FC is going to want to take. They don't try to rush down the field. They're not looking necessarily for offensive chances. That's just a little poke to the defensive back. And then you're looking to kill time. Of course, you got to be careful. You don't want to get into clock preservation mode too incredibly soon here. So that could be detrimental as well. Pass to Minogue is chopped down.
Oh,
Big strike
wow.
Wide.
Corner kick, I believe. Took a deflection off the defender right there.
Yeah, but if it hadn't hit the defender, there's no telling. That could have been in the back of the net.
Could have been upper 90 right there.
Right where like Grandma keeps the cookies on the top shelf.
Looked like it was heading there for sure. Another great chance here for Elite FC.
Ooh, good curl in. Chance right in the box, cleared. Really nicely done there by Elite FC. Trying to get the ball up to Minogue. Takes it off the knee. He's one-on-one. Gets by his man. Here he goes. Minogue shoots off the goalpost. Roland Minogue inches from tying it up. And he struck that ball so hard, it hit the goalpost and rolled the net back a little bit.
That first move was just so quick. It was incredible how fast to get off that ball, and then almost an impossible angle there. Hit the post right there, and he's got to be just wondering when is one of them going to go in.
Roland Minogue has been busier than a one-legged man in a butt-kicking competition, but so far has no goals to show for it.
Where'd you come up with that one?
Well, that's a good old country saying, Brett. Here's another chance for Elite FC. It's right up there in the ranks of bee's knees and buttering biscuits. I tell you, Brett, you never know what's going to happen on air here at PackTV for Intramural Championships.
You never know what's going to happen when you're on air with you, honestly. Everything just something different. Every single broadcast, and I love it.
I tell you this about covering intramural sports. It can be one of the most singularly interesting events you will ever witness in your entire life because there's a unique aspect to every game. And yes, it's cold, and yes, it will be a long evening with still 3 games to go. But certainly glad to be out here with you.
Oh, we're going to make the most of it. Don't you guys worry.
Just think, Brett, if we're already pulling out the one-legged man in a butt-kicking contest, you never know what's going to happen for the 9:30 game here.
Yeah, I'm afraid for our viewers, honestly. Good news is I think this is as cold as it's going to get the rest of the night. I think it was only supposed to be about 56 throughout
and
the
see,
whole.
now you have just invoked the wrath of the weather gods on the state of North Carolina, because just as sure as you say that, I'm sure we're about to get a nice, big, whipping, gusting wind here at about 8:30.
I hope not.
I'm getting bad glances from the cameraman now.
Connor and Dodd not very happy with that comment.
Big kudos to our crew out here. Austin Hogston working the main camera. Down here in the corner is Connor Dodd. On the controls this evening, Logan Sims, Jeremy Kuhn, and Blake Clifton. That's Brett Gold. I'm Drew Blevins. Thank you so much for joining us. Right now, Elite FC hanging on for dear life, trying to secure an Intramural Outdoor Soccer Championship. This one is popped sky high and all the way back into the Carolina Pines.
Make It Messy has to get something going on here real quick because I would only imagine that we have about 5 minutes left. As Roland Minogue asked the referee about how much time is left. Can't quite.
Yep, you're looking at about anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes, and the objective is to get it to Roland Minogue, and they got it there. He's got a little bit of space. Looking, the shot just wide. Minogue looking near side that time.
If you're the goalkeeper, you do not want to get in the way of those shots.
No, you don't, but anything for the championship T-shirt, let me tell you that much.
At least he has gloves. We'll cushion it a little better. Sting won't happen as much, but still, those are...
I don't think you got to worry about the sting from the cold. You got to worry about the sting from the heat of that shot, though.
Yeah, his shots are definitely deadly.
Cut it down again. Minogue in a foot race for it. Going after it. This is poked out on the sideline. Minogue will put it in play. Right back up to the sideline. Throws it down. Chance that we're going to get a corner kick here. Perhaps this is where Minogue will be at his most dangerous. He's trying to drop it in. Good play made by Casey Butler.
You get everybody in the box right here. Oh, there's a good one.
Sends it low. Scored! Minogue puts it right on the foot of Davis Robinson. We're knotted up 1-1.
Wow, fantastic. They were kind of looking at each other for that shot, and Robinson came right in with the quick strike to him, and just a beautiful one-timer. Now we're tied up 1-1, and, well, we might be looking at overtime here.
Absolutely unbelievable scenes from Miller Field. Roland Minogue to Davis Robinson, and we're knotted up 1-1. Good chance coming. Back the high strike. Good stop by the keeper.
You got to imagine that that's exactly what Make It Messy needed right now. They already had the momentum, just didn't have the goal that they needed. But right now with that goal, I think they have the momentum going into the rest of the second half and potentially go into overtime.
Well, certainly you don't want to see extra time necessarily, as it puts everything back at a later schedule, but man alive, have we been entertained. Coming right back down, Make It Messy on the edge of the box. Davis Robinson out there toward the sideline, rolled back. Elite FC back on their haunches now. Once again, a lot of cushion being played on Roland Minogue out here near side. Bottom part of your screen. There he is as the ball just did get around him. He comes back. He's got it. Minogue stepping forward. Here's a chance. Minogue drops it back for the pass. Nobody home, and it's cleared over into the broadcast booth. We're going to get a corner kick. And how it is turned now for Make It Messy.
Director
Jeremy
Kuhn with a great.
Jeremy Kuhn pulling double duty, ball boy and director. Minogue will put it in play.
See if they go same play right here. They tried to.
He's going to pop it up high. Well defended by Elite FC. Every man marked. Out on the sideline, we'll see who gets possession. Minogue says it should be Make It Messy. It will be. Here's the throw. Good high arcing ball. This will be clear all the way back down on the edge of extra time here. Big strike!
Wow.
Wide. Seen a couple of good pops from distance so far this game.
Fantastic play, honestly, in this game. It's just been high intensity. It's just been great shots. And you see both teams are just playing to their fullest potential right now, especially Minogue. And it looks like we might be looking at overtime. But I think we have do we have a corner here? Surprised if Minogue is not going to take that. Might be trying to go in for the header instead.
Wind up in the boot. Right in toward the box. Poked wide. Oh, it just seems like Make It Messy is on the doorstep of destiny, but nobody is answering the doorbell. Unbelievable.
Little toe poke right there, and I thought for sure that one was going on. And he had the nice control of the ball and somehow flicked it behind him to where he had the little toe poke, but just goes wide again and Make It Messy. Still 1-1 game with the Elite FC.
Rolled all the way back at the sideline.
You got to imagine time is almost up here in regulation.
All the way back down the sideline. I think that went out beyond the flag, so this will be a goal kick. It will be.
You're right about the cushion that they give on Minogue over here, because he's lethal from anywhere on the field.
Well, he is, but he's got about the width of Wake County between him and the nearest defender.
Oh, wow.
Poked back. This is dangerous. Good job to corral it back. Minogue will provide a little bit of pressure on the keeper, and now he's starting to move out into that big field role as he's gone from one side wing to the other. We are on extra time now. I do believe, and
do
if
they
not,
not
we've
stop
got,
it?
I don't believe so. Could be mistaken here, but time allotted for this game is 45 minutes in the transition period, and we're standing at 7:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Of course, the officials will let this go until there's a winner. Poked out wide, Minogue chases it down at the line. He's got it. Pokes it back for Davis Robinson. Robinson. Good footwork. Excellent defensive stab by Laribeth Shapiro, and she got taken down hard. Minogue tries to strike. Rolls over, ground ball to Blevins, who picks it up and rolls it back right onto the flag stick. That was tremendous.
Wow, can we just say tremendous reaction time there by my partner right here. Just incredible reaction.
That's good old second base training. Good work there.
How did that feel on the cold hands?
You know, it wasn't too bad. Absorbed a little bit of a sting. Was more worried about really getting the hands down and making sure it didn't go through the 5-hole, but you know, I had backup support there in the outfield, and just glad I was able to make the play, help the team.
Definitely would have had to wait a couple more minutes if there was a chase on that ball, so kudos to you.
Here we are in extra time where everything's a little bit more precious. Worked all the way out wide.
Oddly enough, I played Intramural, but I don't know. I know.
There's a chance. Strike. Oh. Crossbar. No, it did not go in. Off the underside of the crossbar. Oh, and the soccer gods are cruel to Elite FC, teasing them mere inches away from taking the lead before it's stolen right back. The game's outcome still in the air.
How many crossbar and post shots have we seen today?
More than have gone in.
I know Minogue has had a couple of his own, and there's one from Elite FC.
That's tremendous.
Just a great shot.
Elite FC having their turn in the limelight as now they forced Make It Messi down in their defensive zone. Wind up and the strike. Low line drive out of harm's way.
So are they just going to play this till we have a winner?
So far as I can tell, that would be the supposition, yes.
Sadly enough, I played Intramural, but I do not know. I just knew that we had two 20-minute halves.
Well, you can tie in the regular season, but
yes,
hardly appropriate now. Minogue rolled off hard. Right back to Blevins, who gives the left-footed pass up for Minogue.
Getting a lot of action right now.
You know, I think I've had a few more touches than anybody out there on the far side right about now.
And there we have the whistle.
Whistle blows, and now we get to see something that I don't think I've ever seen here. We've got a tie. The end of regulation time, stoppage time, and whatever has been played all the way out. And now we will wait and see what comes next. Folks, you aren't going to want to miss this.
I think we should just go to PKs. That's always fun and exciting. Maybe not for the players, but for the viewers it will be.
Well, I want to know what the overtime championship format's going to be here, as we've got both captains out there. Megan Deschanis and Christian Hall. Deschanis for Make It Messi. Their goal comes from Davis Robinson. Elite FC's captain is Christian Hall. And while the captains sort out the procedures for overtime, Brett Galt has gone out downstairs, and he'll come back and inform us what the procedures will be. So far as I can tell in my recollection, it is going to be a sudden death period. Whoever scores first wins, bar none. Brett Galt, Keller commentator, / Intramural Soccer researcher, getting an update from one of the officiating staff members on the rules. Brett, what do you have for us?
All right, so we're going to have two 5-minute halves, two 5-minute periods. Both of them are goal and goal. So whoever scores first is going to win, and then if we still have no goal scorer after those first two 5-minute periods, then we're going to go to PKs.
So it's about to get really interesting.
And I've always loved the golden goal concept.
I do too.
I don't understand why they don't do that in the World Cup and everything, because I think it just puts a lot more pressure on the players. And as a viewer, I think it just makes it a lot more exciting. So I'm excited for this.
Well, I can tell you this much. Even though it is frigid temperatures out here on the sidelines, the heat of competition is providing a nice warmth out there on the field right now.
And with this delay, I don't think either team is going to have particularly an advantage going into this. So I think we're going to start, you're pretty much starting 0-0 once again, and we'll see which team comes out on top.
Well, it has been a very, very entertaining game to watch, and we can only hope that the rest of the evening shapes up to be just like this one. Excellent job by our crew, pulling a few extra hours here on Dead Week. Good luck to all students who will be taking their exams following the weekend. First round of exams beginning the 6th of December and running all the way through to, I believe, the 15th.
You don't have any exams, do you?
I actually do not. I have no finals to take during the finals period.
So after classes are done, are you out of here? Or are you staying for anything particular?
You know what? I will have to do over the boards with Mike Gazzillo on December 5th and revisit the situation that's been the NC State hockey team, and that will be an enlightening show to say the least. Catch us live at Moe's Southwest Grill in Cameron Village, 6 p.m. on December the 5th. Love to see you out there. So I'll be around for that. And other than that, as intermittently as the station would like to use me, I will be available until about the 10th of December. I would like to get an early start on my final Christmas break, as this is the last time until you retire, essentially, where you're going to go almost a full month without having any curricular responsibilities.
Do we have any events during the finals week?
Do I have any events during the finals week?
Do we cover any?
It always depends on the year. We've had intramural championships bumped into finals week, and then it just sort of depends on who's scheduled. I can tell you some of those broadcasts are fun.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, this is, for my first intramural, this has definitely exceeded expectations tremendously. I mean, this has been fantastic.
We saw no indoor soccer championship determined by less than 2 goals. And here we're going into golden goal overtime.
If this is how the rest of the games go, then we're in for a fun rest of the night.
If this is how the rest of the game goes, we're in for a long night.
That is also true.
Thrown in here high and hard, a header. Fielded nicely by the goalkeeper.
Didn't quite get down on that one.
Doing our best to keep track of the 5 minutes here for you. Of course, there are no scoreboards out here at Miller Field, so we'll be going off of my watch, as best I can tell. This one keeps the most accurate time of all of my watches. Roland Minogue, though. Strike! Oh, my stars! What a save!
Wow, fantastic save. Another blast there by Roland Minogue. That was just tremendous.
Unleashes the cannon. And now he's going to get a corner kick, and we'll see if this is going to be a low strike back for Robinson. He's playing a little bit deeper this time.
He might come in here real quick, and that's actually he's going to.
Nope, good move. Here's the chance. The header goes high. Robinson thought he had it too.
Another great survey of the ball by Minogue, and Robinson trying to get down on the header, but can't quite get down on that one either.
Roland Minogue, win, loss, whatever the result, he's going to be the MVP of this game.
Oh, yeah. No doubt about it. I mean, he's had so many shots on the goal in the first place as they go out to him right again.
Robinson to Minogue. Minogue makes his man miss. Here's the strike. Low save. Rebound. Still in enemy territory. Pop sky high. Minogue chested over by the sideline. Good control. Triple teamed. Ball poked free. Woo's got it. But it is going to be a chance for Make It Messi. Throw-in is going to come off of the fingertips of Chandler Taylor. Not before another ball is struck back to the opposite field. Taylor runs up, fires in toward Minogue. Woo got over him to head it away. Robinson sends it back toward Minogue. Bounces outside now, far sideline. Out of bounds, should be a throw-in in favor of Make It Messi.
So far in this first overtime period, we've seen the same domination by Make It Messi.
Header, good pick by the keeper.
The keeper for Elite FC has been fantastic this entire game. It's made some incredible saves.
Roland Minogue, seemingly omnipresent. He's been everywhere.
If it wasn't for the goalkeeping, he could easily have 5 or 6 goals.
I would completely agree with that statement. I think he could have scored more goals than players that play for his team. And I don't think that's an overstatement either. He has had so many good opportunities, and yet nothing's gone in. Elite FC's turn, and headed away quickly by Messi. Right there on the sideline, once again, good poke. Ball's going to stay with Elite. Next game up's participants starting to line up in anticipation. Normally the games don't run over this long, but this is a special circumstance. In toward the box. Cleared out toward the sideline, held in, but then turned out of play. Uncharacteristic miscue by Magna Kakinos. Now Minogue's going to get it again. Works for Robinson. Here's the strike. Scored! Give him the title! Make it Messi! Takes the co-rec competitive championship!
What a strike right there. Upper 90 left. Wow. And you wouldn't really expect him to be the one that would score the game-winning goal with Minogue the way he's played, but Robinson has easily been the second best player in this game. And so, wow. Make it Messi. I would say probably deserved that one after the domination that they had in both halves. But got to hand it to Elite FC for just a well-played game between both of these teams. So definitely entertaining for our first intramural game of the night.
What an absolute treat to bring to you here on PackTV. On the foot of Davis Robinson's 2 goals, Make It Messi defeats Elite FC by a final count of 2-1. Congratulations on your intramural championship. We've got 3 more games to cover this evening, and coming up next, we'll have another exciting edition of Intramural Soccer. This has been Drew Blevins for Brett Gall on PackTV, bringing you into the pack. More Intramural Soccer on the way next.